What's happening, everyone? JayShockblast here, and check it out. I've been home for a little over a week from LA, and I've had a lot of time to really digest my experience at Summer Gamefest. And one of the amazing things I got to do is play Mortal Kombat 1. Thank you to WB Games for giving me that opportunity to play the game a little bit early. As you've seen, I posted 4 videos of pure gameplay, just my time with the game. Now, one of the things I want to point out is I am clearly not a professional Mortal Kombat player. I am not a professional fighting game player. As a matter of fact, NetherRealm games are pretty much the only fighting games I typically play, and the reason for that is because I am a comic book fan. I loved the Injustice games. That is what really turned me on into fighting games. I played the original, Mortal Kombat on Sega Genesis back when I was a kid, and I was terrible at it. I liked it, but it wasn't something that I grew up with. And it wasn't until Injustice came out that I really understood and appreciated what these games were and enjoyed the accessibility that NetherRealm style games offer. I've tried some other games. I've tried Tekken, I've tried Street Fighter, I've tried the Marvel vs. Capcom games, and I'm okay, but it's not the same. There's something about Injustice and Mortal Kombat that just does it for me, that I feel like I'm doing the right thing. And that was one of my favorite parts about Mortal Kombat 11, is I got to be a big part of everything in the process, including going to the reveal, visiting NetherRealm Studios, and all sorts of things like that, and meeting lots of great players of the Mortal Kombat franchise, both as creators and actual pros. So I want to talk a little bit about the game. I didn't really know how to do it at the time, and I've been thinking about it a lot. I've really been in a funk lately as far as creating content, and I couldn't really do this in LA because I was with I had brought my wife's laptop, and the internet was 4 megabytes per second. I don't know how people live with that, by the way. I just don't, and I just could not upload videos. It was just a pain. And when I got back, I just had to adjust to everything. So I'm a day late and $1 short. Maybe the hype is past a little bit, but there is a stress test coming up this weekend, and today is Tuesday, June 20th. So I believe the codes are going to start going out on Wednesday. And before you get the opportunity to play, I want to give you an idea of what you're looking at. So we got to play as 4 different characters in LA. We got to play as Kenshi, who I definitely struggled with the most. We got to play as Sub-Zero, classic. We got to play as Liu Kang, the literal face of the franchise right now. And we got to play with Kitana. From my experience playing the game, I found Kitana and Liu Kang to be the 2 that I did the best with. Sub-Zero I felt like I did okay with. And then Kenshi's tough. And I know a lot of people that were there. I met some people that were there for the first time. There are a lot of different scenarios with different other creators, but obviously you guys know I know my boys, Uncaged Games and Caboose. And after we were done playing, we went outside, and it was kind of crazy. I was like a fly on the wall here, all right, just kind of listening and taking it all in, as those 2 were there with Maximilian Dude, Unruly, and then Justin Wong came up and started talking with us. And just listening to the way that they talked about it, I felt a little bit better about being really bad as Kenshi, because he seems to be the one that all of them wanted to learn more. He was the one with the learning curve, if you will. So I'm assuming with the stress test, we're going to get the same type of setup with those 4 characters, plus 3 cameos. We had Kano, we had Jaxx, and we had Sonya Blade. I'm going to get to those in a second. I know cameos right now are a little controversial, but I'll talk about it, all right? As far as the other characters, Sub-Zero played great. I think if you're a Sub-Zero fan, he's going to feel very familiar, as did Kitana and Liu Kang. I think maybe that's why I did good enough with them. Listen, I know who I am. You're not here to watch me be excellent at this game. You're just here to see how the game looks. That's the way my channel runs. I like to show off how to find things in the crypt, you know, how to unlock different costumes, how to find different gear. All those kind of things are all the things that I really specialize. Story, everything, all right? That's what I enjoy doing and contributing to the Mortal Kombat community. As far as, you know, Kitana, you know, she's got some pretty cool moves. Definitely got demonetized because of her double fan, little spinorama blade. I don't really know what it's called or what to describe it as, but her fatality is pretty good. I don't think I did any fatalities with Kenshi. I kind of ran out of time because we only had a small amount of time, and I don't know what I was doing with Kenshi, why I was just doing regular matches, but I tried to do the towers because I think there's like 4 or 5 matches in each tower, and they were pretty quick, and it just looked neater and more presentable. The game feels a lot like Mortal Kombat 11, but better. And I feel like that's important because I feel like when you play a certain game in a certain franchise, it should always feel familiar. They shouldn't be trying to reinvent the wheel each game, all right? They should be trying to take what they've mastered and make it better. And I think that's exactly what the theme of Mortal Kombat 1 is. It's everything that I think they nailed with 11, just better and beefed up. And then come the cameos. Now listen, I'm not an expert in the fighting game lingo and terminology. I understand what tag team is. It's not a traditional tag team. You're basically calling in an AI helper, if you will. The one I was terrible with and didn't understand until after when I talked to everybody and was listening to them talk about the cameos was you actually control what move the cameo does when you call it in by pressing a directional button. And I was not doing that when I was using Sonya Blade, so she always did this kind of jump attack. So what I ended up starting to do is I was trying to time it, and I always got it wrong when I tried to do it. So it looks like I was bad, and I was. I admit that. I admit that it was not my best showing, but it was the first 30 minutes I ever played the game, all right? There wasn't an explanation of this is how cameos work. Relax, it's not that serious. I acknowledge I didn't do a good job of it, but fortunately there were lots of really great creators, like my boys Caboose and Uncaged Games, who got great gameplay of that, and you know where to find them. You know where to find them. So if you want to see them do it right, there you go. But I somehow figured it out with the others. I don't know if I figured it out or if I just got lucky, or if like the default for Kano and Jaxx is more of a grounded attack, and the default attack for Sonya is that air attack, and that's probably why I was only pulling that one off for her. But I think cameos can be pretty cool and a bit of a game changer, and it's something you're going to have to learn and plan for. Now, whether or not that's a good experience, I don't know, you're talking to the wrong guy, but as somebody who is probably just going to play against the computer a lot on very easy, fine. And it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool to see that they can do their own fatalities. I think one of the devs tapped me on the shoulder and was like, oh, do this, and your cameo will do the fatality. And I think I did that with Kano, I think. Out of the 3, Kano is probably my personal favorite, but I think everybody else liked Sonya Blade, and if I had used Sonya Blade properly, maybe I would have felt the same. But I understand why people are a little confused or disappointed about these cameos, because, you know, a lot of people just want to play straight up, or they want to play as the cameo character. Now, as we've heard, these cameo characters are going to include a lot of classic versions of characters and characters that won't necessarily be playable in the game, as well as some that will be. And I hear you. We all want what we want. I don't think we're going to see my favorite Mortal Kombat character, which is Kotal Khan. I don't think we're going to see him in this game. You know, it's a reestablishment of things, and it is what it is. You have to understand, when it comes to these fighting games. The characters are going to come, characters are going to go, and you just have to roll with it. Your favorite's not always going to be there, and that sucks, but at the same time, they're trying to do different things, and I accept that. And maybe cameos will be a hit once everybody has a chance to try them out. Maybe they won't be. I don't know. Again, not an expert in this field, just a casual player trying to give my casual opinion. And I think that's really important because the success of these games is not going to be in the hardcore fans. You people, you guys, gals, are going to be the ones buying this game anyway. They already have you. I'm the target audience that they're kind of looking at. Can we make this a game that the FGC is going to love and appreciate, but somebody that is not good at the game can pick up and enjoy too? Somebody that, you know, this is going to be their only fighting game they buy for the next 3 or 4 years, that they can pick it up and play it and enjoy it. And it seems like that's something that Street Fighter 6 has done really well. I haven't played it yet myself, but every single day I regret not buying it over Diablo. But, you know, I'll probably have it here soon either way. The thing is, I think that this is a really well-balanced game, and maybe when you play PvP, maybe you're going to run into the sweats and everything, and it's going to be like any other game, where the sweats are out there and they're going to play really well, and it'll push people back a little bit, but that's the risk you take playing PvP. But when you just want to pick up the game and play it the way it was in 1992 or 93, whenever it was at the original Mortal Kombat, well, it must have been 1993 for the 30th anniversary. You know, I remember playing on Sega Genesis back then, you know, and the only option you had was to play the computer or to play your buddy. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So that is where the success of this game lies, is in that middle audience of casuals. And I think they've done a really good job of creating something the casuals are going to want to play. The gore is just insane. It's the fatalities they're great. I accidentally pulled off a bunch of brutalities. Brutalities work the same way. I think at the end of the day, especially when everybody gets their hand on the stress test in a couple days, you're gonna see that this is the perfect balance of newness with the familiar game that people have learned to love with Mortal Kombat 11. I can't sit here and tell you about it being, you know, playing footsie or anything like that. I like, that stuff's above my pay grade, right? And there's some great creators that'll talk all about that. But as somebody that is going into this a little bit more casual, I thought I had a valuable experience that I could share. And I'm sorry I didn't make this video a little bit sooner. I really should have. And by the way, shout outs to me for doing this all in one take. A lot of people will edit and cut and all these things. I have no script. This is from the heart. That's what I've always believed in when I make a video like this. It's just me in front of the camera with my microphone telling you how I feel. And yeah, WB Games have been great to me. I love them so much. I appreciate them so much for all the things they've done for me. But I really feel this way. This is how I really feel. I flew myself out there. You know, I bought my plane ticket. I paid for my hotel. All of this is because I was there, and I truly enjoyed the game. And I think you guys will too. It's coming out on September 19th. The stress test is starting on, I want to say Friday, which I don't, Friday would be the 23rd. I think it's the 23rd through the 26th is the stress test. So obviously you go to their website to sign up for that, and if it's still available, I hope you all get in. I hope you're all able to play. I hope you're all able to appreciate the absolute beauty of the game. That's another thing that really stood out, is this feels next gen, all right? It looks next gen, and I think that's what everybody's looking for. They're looking for the game to play smooth and to be a good experience, so that it feels like when you're fighting each other, you know, it's a fair match and there's no drag, no lag, no anything. Hardwire your consoles, be a man. That came out wrong. You know what I mean? It's the expression. Like seriously, 2023. Why are we playing on Wi-Fi? All right, so I don't even play multiplayer, and I feel the pain when you're up against somebody that's on Wi-Fi, especially if you're like me and you're in a hotel room with 4 megabytes per second. In any event, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was really a cool experience to be a part of. One of the first people in the world to play Mortal Kombat 1, and pretty soon, in a couple days, you'll be able to too. Again, September 19th is when the game comes out. I've pre-ordered the collector's edition because I want that sweet statue and that special collector's edition only Liu Kang skin, amongst other little goodies that come with it. But we'll see you there in the Nether Realm. That's a terrible way to end the video, but that's what we're going with.